Hi guys, it's Debbie from What's Mama Cooking For Us. And today we're going to make some Christmas cookies, thumbprint cookies. And the ingredients are a half a cup of butter, which is 1 stick, a half a cup of sugar, 1 large egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 1/4 cups of flour, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a half to 1 cup of preserves. And these are so easy, so simple. Look at this little bit amount of ingredients you probably have right in your home. You can use any flavor jellies or preserves or jams that you like. I use these for the holiday, and they're just so simple and so easy. So I hope you guys give these a try. Let me get everything set up and we'll get started. Okay, so simple enough. 3 1/4 cups of flour, and we need 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's it for the dry ingredients, guys. Simple, simple. Give that a little stir, or you can sift it if you want. And I forgot to tell you, you are going to need some confectioner's sugar and water to make the glaze. And you don't even have to do the glaze for these cookies. They're perfect just the way they are, but I'm going to put a little glaze on them for Christmas. So let's set that aside and start with the wet ingredients. Okay, so now for the wet ingredients. We need 1 stick of butter, which is a half a cup. And what I do is I just start heating up my stove to get my temperature up to the temperature, which is 325. And I just set this bowl right on the top of the stove to try to soften it up a little, because you can see I broke it up into chunks and cut it up into chunks, sorry. And you can see it's still, you know, a little hard, but it's softened enough. And or you could just pop yours in the microwave for 30 seconds, but don't melt it. Just soften it. So yeah. And then we have a teaspoon of vanilla and 1 egg. Let's get that egg in there. This is such a simple, easy recipe. I might have said this, I already have all these ingredients already at home in your house, so you don't have to even run out and buy anything. We need a half a cup of sugar. And that's it. And just give this a mix. And then you can use your beater. You know, you go ahead and use your beater if you like to. I do everything by hand. First of all, my beater's in my back storage room since I moved. And I haven't even had it get it out, so I guess I don't really need it that often. Just a handheld mixer. But yeah, so just get this mixed really well, and I'm going to go off camera just so you know you're not going through all the shaking, and that should only take a minute. And then we're going to add the dry ingredients in, and I'm going to show you how easy these cookies are. Okay, so you just want to get it stirred really well. Make sure you can't hear the sound of sugar anymore. See, you can't hear the sound of the sugar, and that's perfect. And then we're just going to add our dry ingredients. You can go ahead and put it all in at once. It's hard for me to do with one hand. And then let's give this a mix. So simple, you guys. I know I keep saying that, but these are the easiest cookies you can make. Okay, let me get this mixed up. Okay, guys, What's Mama Cooking For Us made a big boo-boo, which happens all the time to all of us. I put too much flour. I think I told you guys 3 1/4 cups. I'm not sure, but it's 1 1/4 cup. I'm not sure what I said in the beginning, but yeah, I was working on another recipe, and I must have had that in my head, I guess. That's my only logic. No, I don't know. But it is 1 1/4. So I'm just going to start over. It's simple. It was just flour, sugar, egg, and butter. I mean, it's not that big of a mistake. So it you know, it happens. All right, so with my new batch, I just wanted to show you, it is a rather thick consistency at first, but just keep working it. I just wanted to show you that so you don't get worried. That's why I wasn't getting too worried when mine was so thick, but because I was like, yeah, it's always thick. But I was like, oh my God, but something's seriously wrong. But I'm so sorry, guys, but you know, these mistakes happen in the kitchen and they're going to happen to you too. And always go over your list of ingredients, which I didn't do, but I did in the beginning. But then at the end, when I was doing the actual physical recipe, I wasn't double checking. But I'm going to make sure I double check more often. So this is what we want it to look like. Just a dough batter. And then I'm going to roll these into balls. I'm going to take like a tablespoon, so they're all about the same size, and roll them into balls, and then I'll show you that step next. Okay, so just make sure you don't overfill. Of course, I overfilled this one way too much. But just put a tiny drop in there because you don't want to overfill. So just take a little teaspoon. And you don't want to put too much. Just a little bit like that. See, that's a little bit too much, but use a little quarter teaspoon. And yeah, because you don't want it to spread all over your cookie, and then your cookie won't be pretty. They'll still taste delicious, but you know. All right, let me put these in for 10 minutes, and let's see what they look like when they come out. Okay, they just came out of the oven. Mine ended up cooking 12 minutes, and I turned them halfway through. But look at how pretty they look. And I'm just going to put them on a cooling rack after a minute. I'm going to let them sit for a minute, then put them on a cooling rack. Okay, so I have them all set up on a cooling rack. This is the first batch, and then the other batch is going to be another 10 to 12 minutes. And I don't know if I said, but I used red raspberry preserves, blackberry jam, and apricot preserves. But you can use whatever type you want. But I don't think jelly would work as good because it's too runny. But try not to overfill them. I always overfill everything. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to taste good. And when the other half comes out of the oven, I'll set them up and I'll show you guys just how good they taste. Okay, and for the glaze, I have a half a cup of powdered sugar, or confectioner's sugar as it's called, and a tablespoon. Oh, there wasn't any in there, but I already measured it out in the same measuring cup. I'm just going to put a little in at a time. So a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons. And this is just for the glaze. And always start with a little amount and then add more as you need it. So I put 2 tablespoons in this little container. So it looks like we're not going to need two of them. All of it. She can't speak. All right, maybe we need a little bit more because we want our glaze to be, well, actually, that looks pretty good. I'm just going to put a drop more. So it looks like we only use 1 tablespoon. Okay, and I'm going to just get down in there and make sure I got it all and put it in a little, well, actually, I was going to put it in a bag, but I think I'm just going to drizzle it over the top. All right, stay tuned for that, guys. All right, guys, and I just put a piece of parchment paper down underneath to catch the drips. And just give it a little drip across the top. You'll get better at it as you go. And they don't have to be perfect. That way, if your cookies aren't perfect and you got jelly on the side, maybe no one will even see it or notice it. So just goes to show you don't need a lot of those gadgets that everyone thinks we need to get something accomplished. And do it the old school way, the way my mom would do it. And I'll just eat that one. I got that big mess on it, but don't those look delicious? Yummy. Right, look at those. Delicious. So these would be beautiful sitting out on your Christmas Eve or Christmas Day table. And I hope you guys all give this a try. It's so simple, so easy. And I just want you to know all my recipes are always simple and easy. I'll link my cookies up here at the top. And that is just nothing I make has difficult or challenges to it, because I'm not that type of cook. But anyway, I'm simple, and I look for recipes that are simple and easy. So I want you guys to give these a try. If you're new, subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, hit the like button for me. And I hope you guys all have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas. I just want to say thank you so much. I know a lot of times I always say thank you, but I want you to really know how much I appreciate you. My channel is really starting to pick up more and more, and I hope to get more subscribers. YouTube's still taking away some of my subscribers. As I gain them, they take them away because they think that people have either passed away or they don't use their channel no more. So double check and make sure that you are subscribed. And if you want to see them coming up right away, click the little bell. And yeah, so I hope you guys are all being blessed. Be safe during the holiday. Please be safe during the holiday. And just be blessed. And God bless everyone.